Hi friends, today we have the privilege to be interviewing Edward Martorell. Edward Martorell is part of the family that owns the winery The Muller in Tarragona and Priorat. And for the last 3 years, he's been its managing director.
Well, first of all, how's the harvest going on?
Well, you know the harvest every year it's different, no? Because we are working with the nature, we are working with climatology, so every year we have different issues or different climatologies and well, but it's going pretty good. Well, we start the spring with a lot of rains, which we expect a lot of production, but then it comes the warm very soon, and we start to have some issues with mildew, but we solved. So we are quite happy. We are happy. Yes.
And in terms of quality, is it good, medium, or very good?
Quality is good, not very good, because as I said before, in spring we have some issues with the temperatures. It went a little bit higher than we expected, but we solved it with working with the plants, and good. Let's say it's good. Between good and very good.
Great. Okay. According to the news, Catalonia is one of the areas most affected by the coronavirus. No? How is that? How are you dealing with that? How is affecting the Muller? Do you have any issues with, for instance, finding people for the harvest? Or...
Well, at the Mullers, the team in the Muller, it's always the same team. We just need, for the harvest, we just need about 3-4 people more than we used to be. So it's not that difficult for us, this problem of coronavirus in the harvest. No, commercial, it's different because we know that, well, it affects a little bit. But for the harvest, we didn't have any problem at the moment.
And during the year, with the care that you have to take care of the vineyards during the year, did you have any issues because of the lockdown and so on?
We didn't because, as I said before, the team is always the same team. We have the workers for the whole year, so we didn't have any case of coronavirus in our team. So we went pretty good. Yeah.
Great. Well, tell us a little bit about the history of your winery, the Muller. No, you are part of the family that
Yes.
owns the winery, the Muller nowadays. But it was studied by another family. No, tell us a little bit about the history of the Muller, please.
The Muller was founded on 1851. Next year we will make 170 years of history, which is a long history. First of all, the family that founded the Muller was the family de Muller, as the name of the winery. The man was Auguste de Muller de Ruinart Brimont. He came from Alsace. He traveled to Tarragona here in Catalonia because he thought that Tarragona, for the climatology, because we have the sea, and at this year, no, in the 80s, it was very important for commercial to have a big port to do exportation. So he came here for the climate, because it was a good place to make quality wines, and also for the logistic, no, for the transport and commercial business. The company grew on the years, and about 30 years ago, my grandfather, that we already had vineyards and we already produced our own wine, he saw the possibility of both the company, the Muller, which it was already very known in the national market and even in export, because we have to say that the Muller was the furniture of the Vatican for the wine of the church, what we call in Spanish el vino de misa, no? The wine for the church. And we were, for 6 popes, the official furniture of the Vatican. And it was a company with already a lot of history and a lot of knowledge. So we get the possibility, we bought the company, and it's my father who took the company and start to make some changes, because it's true that in these 30 years, the world of enology and the winemaking, it evolved a lot. And now it's me, that the third generation, that took the company, and we are trying to get in the new market, no? Because now with the coronavirus and the online stores, it's a market that we have to take and we have to get in as well.
Right. And talking about a little bit about, because you are in different denominations of origin, no? You are in Priorat and you are also in Tarragona.
Yes.
Why did the business begin in Priorat? Why Priorat?
Well, Priorat, the first thing that Priorat, it's one of the most recognized areas in, not even in Spain, in the world as well, to make quality wines. The company, the main company, it's in Tarragona, which is about 30 kilometers of Priorat. So for us, it was an opportunity, because it was very close for us to control, to manage, to develop Priorat. And my grandfather was who decided to open a new winery in Priorat. For this case, for the commodity, because it was a very big opportunity for the company to go to a place which the most important thing is the quality, and we wanted to open a new market. And even not only for the commodity, because we love our work, we love our passion, no? To make wine is our passion, and Priorat is a wonderful area. It's a unique area.
Yes, I heard it's a unique area, but it's also well known because there is said that it's very difficult to understand if you don't travel to Priorat. No?
Yes.
It's a very special area. No?
Yes.
What is so special about the orography and the vineyards in Priorat compared to other regions in Spain?
Well, Priorat, it's all mountain, it's all cliffs. It's not like you don't have a big extension where you can plant and it's easy to work, because it's all like terrace, as we call here in our country. And the soils that we have, the licorella is the stone that we have in our soils. It's a stone very mineral and with very low nutrients, which make that in an hectare of production we have very low production. We concentrate a lot the grapes and the wine. That's why Priorat has this long aging in bottle, because we have a lot of tannins, a lot of colors, and the licorella, the stone, give this character to the wine.
So they are long-lasting wines. No? So when is the perfect time to enjoy a bottle of Priorat? How long should we store it at home?
How long should we store it at home?
Yes.
Well, it depends of the wine, because it depends on the elaboration, it depends on the winemaking, but we could reach about 20 years in bottle. It can stay. Even the big, no, the as we said in France, no, they say the Grand Crus. We could say the big bottles, the best wines of the wineries can stay 20 years easy. Then it depends of the wine.
And when is the best time of consumption? Because I mean, 20 years is a long time.
Well, yes, for me, the best time of consumption is till the year of the harvest, 6, 7, 8 years, not more, not more, because the wine is still fresh. You can still feel the grape. You can still feel the acidity. You can still feel the the fruit. If you stay for 20 years, you will need too much time to let the wine breathe.
Yes, the ones that you have in Priorat, they are very limited production. No? We're talking about
Correct.
5,000 bottles. No? Is it worthy to produce so little?
Well, you have to know how to sell it. It's difficult. It's difficult because, as we talked before, it's a very difficult place for the orography. It's very difficult place to manage the vineyards because sometimes it's impossible even to get into tractor. You have to do it all manually, and it takes time. It takes a lot of effort, and this has to be recognized then on the price, because if it's not sold in the price that it needs to be sold, it's true that it's very difficult to keep the company going, no? But the point that is very important for our company, the Muller, is the team that we have in the main company in Tarragona and the team in Priorat is the same team. The enologue, the wine workers in the winery, in the cellar is the same. So it's a way that we get to make the company in Priorat more competitive, no? Because we are only 30 kilometers of distance, so we can travel.
The Priorat has gone from a dark age where young people had to emigrate to a time of very demanding time where the high-end wines well positioned in the best guides worldwide. What role has the Muller in this Priorat rebirth? What are you doing to support this rebirth of the Priorat?
Well, the first thing we did is to build the winery in Priorat, to buy the fields, to plant, and to invest in the zone, because we are already for 15 years in Priorat, and it was the times where Priorat started to have the reborn, no? And we were one of the first companies that went to Priorat, trust in the area, and start to not only to work, also to go to fairs, to explain to the consumer what is Priorat, try to export, no, to let the people know what we were doing. And I think we did a great job because of this, because we were one of the first that we believed in the area. And I think when people call people, no, when people trust and go to a place, then the others say, okay, maybe it's not that crazy idea, no, let's try as well. And nowadays we can say in Priorat there is many wineries, all of them little wineries, because as we said, it's not big area, it's low productions, it's not easy to work. You have to have the knowledge to work in these lands, because it's not easy. And I think the job we did in the Muller is this one, to believe.
From the consumer's point of view, what makes Priorat wines so special? What can they taste in a glass of Priorat that they cannot taste in other areas, other wine areas?
The main point is the concentration, the character, the structure of the wine, the color. It's what we were talking before. It's an area where we have very low productions, which concentrates a lot the raisins, and this it produces in very powerful wines, very minerals. We have this vertebral that it's the minerality of the stone of Licoreia, and the aging. Again, no, you can have a bottle of Priorat for many years, and still when you open it, if you let the time, you let breathe a little bit, it's gonna recover. You're gonna feel the Priorat again, no?
Good. All right. The last question is, your wines are now available in Amazon UK, thanks to an agreement with Direct Shippers Club. What are the advantages of this platform for a British consumer? You think there's an advantage of buying directly from the winery?
Exactly. That's the main point. You can buy it straight from the winery. You do the order, and the order will go from the winery direct to your home. So you will be sure the wine is in his best condition. You didn't spend many time in the warehouse. You didn't know the conditions of the warehouse. So and even you can find more products of the winery than maybe in a warehouse they will have 1-2 products. No, in this platform, I think you have more products.
About the choice, yes, that's right. And finally, you're talking about Priorat as a very complex wine, so long-lasting wines.
Okay.
So, which food would you recommend to enjoy with such a complex wine? What sort of foods do you eat there with Priorat wines?
We need foods that are strong foods with a strong taste. No, we could talk about meat, like hunting meat, that we have a lot here in our region in Priorat, like East Mountain. We have a lot of hunting meat. We can also talk about
any sort of cheese, for instance, hard cheese.
Cheese. It would work. Some cheese, some special cheese.
Very cured, very old cured cheese.
Yes. Maybe manchego curado with strong taste, no? Because we know the reds, the wine red with tannin, they need a lot of the food need a lot of structure as well. If not, it's not balanced. I will go for meat more than cheese. Sí.
Okay, good, great. Well, thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Pelayo.